right, you guys. Salute to everybody that's gonna tap on in, man. Like, share, and subscribe. Tara, I appreciate you with the donations to the Cash App. I seen you with a couple of them. I appreciate you. Much love to you, baby. I appreciate that. Everybody else who want to support the channel, y'all can. Links in the description box below this video. And I want to say something, and this is going to be the theme of what I say. You cannot control what another person does with their money, their finances, and whatever is theirs. Let me repeat myself again. You cannot control what another person does with their shit. With that being said, make sure y'all follow me on social media outlets. We got to talk about what happened with this guy, man. Because I'm finna tell y'all something, man. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I am thoroughly saddened. You know, beyond saddened. Let me put this, because we already know what Jason Whitlock is and what he represents, right? But what he did tonight, what he did today, there is lines that he's crossed over the course of his career, whatever you want to call it, man. But the foolishness that this guy has pulled off now, man, I'm sorry, bro. I'm not ignoring this shit, bro. I'm not ignoring it, man. And, you know, I wasn't going to say much about Jason Whitlock for a couple of days. I was going to just, you know what I'm saying, try to refrain from this guy, man. But when I found out what he did, and you doing this to people that have never done anything to you, brother, you're disgusting. And I'm finna tell everybody exactly what you did, because you ain't right, dog. You ain't right, man. I'm gonna say this again. There's been a lot of people with this situation, you guys, with the untimely passing of Nolan Wells. There's been a lot of people saying a lot of different things, man. Right? Jason Whitlock cannot relate, because Jason Whitlock does not have a family like this. What do I mean? He doesn't have a wife. He doesn't have kids with that wife. He doesn't understand any of these things because he hasn't lived that shit. He's a lonely guy who still won't answer whether he paid that stripper that he said that was in Vegas with him that $1,000. He still hasn't answered whether he's paid other strippers for you know what type of activity. But we're going to get to that later on. Jason, this is something that we've never seen you have, dog. And that is a family, brother. That is a man, a woman that's together, and children, right? And the fact that you bring your slithery snails into this situation, brother, and violate this family the way you violated this family is beyond reproach, beyond belief, and you, even yourself, have reached an all-time low with the shit you pulled on this family that lost their son. And I'm going to say this to Jason and everybody else listening to this video. You can't control what people want to do with their money. Let me repeat myself again, because there's a lot of people trying to pocket watch black folk and tell black folk what the fuck they need to do with their money. You can't tell black folk what to do and what not to do with their money. You would dare demonize this man, mother and father, who you don't know from a can of effing paint, and talk about them like a dog, nigga, when they son just died. You a disgrace. And you need to be stopped. That's disgusting. What I'm about to play, y'all, let me tell y'all what happened. Jason Whitlock have come out in the aftermath. Now remember, When they did the press conference, Ben Crump said, look, we don't want to make it about race, but bro, like, they wanted to immediately say there's no case here. And Ben Crump is right. If it was 3 black dudes and a white dude, it'd have been a whole different investigation. It'd be a thorough investigation. Period. Thorough investigation. Right? But since it's not, y'all see how they react. Now, the mama said, if y'all protest, do it in peace. Don't do it and show violence. She called for people to tone that down. In fact, the mother said she just want to find out the truth about how her son died. Whatever that may be, brother. And that she wasn't satisfied with the quick answer that she was allegedly given by the Mississippi Police Department down there in the city that they in. Right? You, being the disgraceful person that you are, you would dare attack a parents. See, Jason, you ain't never had it. You never had what's on your screen, man. You ain't never had this. So do you live in misery? I'm asking you. Because how can you attack a family whose son is dead? Any family, any parents worth their salt in this type of situation, who gave a damn, would want to know what happened to their son. Any family in this situation that had this happen to their son would most definitely want to get up and move and leave from this entire area based off what happened to their son. Jason Whitlock came out and ripped this family to shreds. He don't know these people from a can of paint and talk shit about them like a dog in the street. Jason Whitlock has said that the family has turned this situation into being a racially divisive situation. When Al Sharpton up there sat up there himself and said, look, we don't want to make it about race. We just want a fair, complete investigation, and we'll deal with whatever the results are from that fair investigation. But we don't feel like we're going to get one from that police department because they instantly came out and said this boy died of a drowning. And Jason Whitlock, you sad, man. You sad, man. Jason Whitlock came out, you guys, and he had some diabolical things to say about this man's family. He talked about, and I've seen people talk about this shit too. He's been talking a lot of shit about the money they raise. Let me say this to Jason Whitlock and everybody else listening to this video under the sound of my voice. Nigga, you can't control what black folks do for black folks. You cannot control what black folk do for black folks. You can't control what black folks want to spend or want to give to other black folks. Right? Right, Jason Whitlock? See, Jason Whitlock, what you probably didn't know is you're talking about how much money they've raised and the fact that they keep raising the amount of the GoFundMe. Man, don't you know that every single day that they have their own investigation, how much money that costs for your own private investigators, your own digital forensic people, to get your own autopsy? Don't you know that? But you'll sit up here and demonize a family. You'll sit up here and talk about this family like a dog when you don't know anything about this family. Jason Whitlock doesn't understand that maybe this family wants to get up and move. Maybe this family will have to quit their jobs and leave this entire area based off this situation. You don't know the kind of pain and hurt it could bring to a man's family to go through something like this, Jason, because, Jason, you will never, ever have this. You, Jason, and I'm going to say this to you, and I wish your ass, I would say it to your face any day of the week. I would say it to your face because you are a disgrace, man. And you are sad, brother. Straight like that, right? You're sad, man, because you have no ethics yourself. You have no personal morals, right? You can never have what you see on the screen, Jason. Because you know why? In all of your years, Jason, you yourself even admitted that you only cared, instead of having what you see on the screen, which is a family, you only cared about and had this. Strippers. This is what you bragged about on TV every day when you was back on FS1. All the time you bragged about strippers on Colin Cowherd's show, strip clubs, and things of that nature. You never had that true love, Jason. You even said yourself, and I have you on tape, that if you ever had kids, it would be biracial kids. You have a serious problem. And I'm going to solve that problem tonight. I guarantee you this shit. Because you are demonic, man. You would dare talk about this family and basically allege that they're grifting and using race hustling when their family, their son is dead, brother. Dead. Black folk can have their money and support whoever the hell they want to support. You can't tell black folks how to use their money. You can't tell them how to use their money, Jason. It might be black folks that look at Nolan Wells' family and say, you know what, I want to help support them moving along. It might not even be about them. And the fact that they would raise their GoFundMe, they have personal situations. I hope they sue your stupid ass. They have personal situations they got going on that they may need financial help to take care of. With the independent investigation, you know why, Jason? Because if you had a son, right? Which we don't know if you do or you don't. It's public record that you don't. But if you had a son, Jason, right? And your son came up dead, right? And your son came up dead around 3 black dudes, Jason, you would lose your damn mind. You would lose your mind. You see that on the screen? You never experienced that. Because of who you are as a person, Jason, I don't think you will ever experience this. That's true love. Family. You understand what I'm saying, man? A mother, a father together, Jason. Right? Right, Jason? With a son who's successful. Right? Who was successful. I'm going to play y'all what this demon said. I'm going to play y'all. Y'all going to get mad as hell when y'all hear what he said, bro. I'm going to play y'all what this demon said.
Welcome to the Harmony Channel. I'm Jason Whitlock. We have a big topic today. Nolan Wells, 18-year-old kid from Mississippi, on a boating on a boat at in Missouri. When I was in Kansas City, there was a thing called Party Cove down in the Ozarks, and so I'm gonna call, in Mississippi they obviously have some sort of Party Cove type deal where kids go, they take their boats and they're a bunch of little small boats, and they get drunk, play music, hop to boat. Well, Nolan Wells, 18-year-old high school football player, signed or about to play college football, junior college level, small-time college football player.
Y'all see how you try and demonize that boy already? junior level, small college. You see how he trying to demonize this boy and talk shit about this boy? That boy dead! He dead, nigga! Y'all don't see this? You played Division I football, Jason, and you were a fucking failure. You quit. You quit. You quit. You said because you didn't get along with the coach. You're a quitter. He trying to be funny and throw shots at this boy. Like, oh yeah, junior college, small time. You hear this shit? This boy dead. And these are the gimmicks and games that this guy is putting out here playing. I want y'all to peep everything he do. This is a despicable. This is sad, man. This is sad, bro. It takes a truly, and I want everybody to understand this. It takes a truly evil person that when somebody is dead, and Jason Whitlock come out here in front of y'all and call himself a man of God. He is a disgrace. He is a disgrace. Jealousy is what I see from you, Jason. You wish you could have this on the screen. Deep down inside, you wish that you could have had this, but it never was. So it seems like you went the other way because you just couldn't cut the mustard. This is the same shit you did with Coach Primetime Deion Sanders and his sons. You tear them down while they're highly successful. This man family ain't never did a damn thing to you, Jason Whitlock. Why would you demonize a dead son, boy? You demonize a dead son, nigga. You ain't got no shame, nigga. You ain't got no fucking shame, man. They son dead, man. And you up here playing these capping ass fucking games, man.
But he's partying with his friends. Looks like that it's mostly white kids at this party cove. He seems to be out there with 3 or 4 of his white friends. And this is on July 4th weekend. And on July 4th, he goes missing. The body is.
Shout out to my boy Mookie in the chat room, man. Salute, man. Bro, y'all see him trying to. Then he said, yo, his mostly white friends and friends. Nigga, his black friend came out and said something today. You ain't saying nothing about that. You ain't saying nothing. And Jason, you're the same Negro who said that if you had a child, nigga, your child would be biracial, nigga. You the same nigga that said that. You said if you had a child, your child would be biracial. That's what you said. You can never have what that boy daddy got. A wife and a son and a family, sons and a family. On the screen, Jason, is all we've ever seen you with. That defines you. And you still ain't answered whether you paid that stripper $1,000 for sex because you said she asked you for $1,000 when you took her back to the hotel. Still didn't answer that question. You don't do this to people. You don't do this to people. I'm going to say it again, people. You cannot control how people care to financially support somebody else. Somebody donated $100,000 to this family. Jason Whitlock do not know how much money people are charging them for services behind the scenes. And when you're a parent and you have a dead son that's 18 years old, you're doing everything in your power and resources to find out what really happened. Because guess what, Jason? The cops down in Mississippi can't even tell their parents what really happened. They can't even say, hey, he drowned and this is how he drowned. This is what happened. They just gave him, hey, man, drowning. Come on, bro. Come on, man. And you'll do this? You'll do this, bro? Listen to y'all. So he's already came out taking shots at this boy. Talking about, yeah, you know, small time, junior college. Bro, I'm telling y'all this right now, man. You don't get no slitherer. You don't get no lower to the bottom of the earth than what Jason Whitlock did to this boy family.
Is found on July 6th. Around July 6th, social media starts hopping on this and turning this into a race case. That, oh, he went missing, the body's been found, and the three white, he's pictured with three white kids.
Jason, you never talked about the finding in the Carmelo Anthony case. You never talked about how in the sworn affidavit that the lawyer stated that they not only had evidence that the Metcalf boys were violent, bullies, but also practicing racism and had an arrest for racist graffiti that they were going to present in court. You never talked about that, Jason. I noticed that. You know a lot of people. Y'all never talked about how it was in that sworn affidavit that it was hidden from the court that the Metcalf twins had an arrest for racist graffiti. You never talked about that. But you want to talk about race in this situation. Let's keep going. I want to point this shit out to y'all because y'all need to see this.
These three white kids must have murdered him, and it becomes the biggest deal. And now there are rumors that the police are trying to cover it up, and one of these kids he's with, their mom or dad is a judge, and there's this big cover up. This went missing on July 4th. Body found on July 6th. By the evening of July 6th, social media is running wild with this story. And then on July 7th, Ben Crump announces, and do we have that tweet? Ben Crump announcing that he's been contracted by the family to represent that. Let's pull Ben Crump's tweet. Announcing that he's been retained by the family over the investigation of Nolan Wells in this apparent drug.
See, let me tell y'all something. Everybody's listening in the chat room. If your parents, your family are worth any salt, they would do the same thing. If an investigator came to them and told them after less than 24 hours, drowning, that's it. What? Hold on. And my son's phone and his keys are with somebody else. There are numerous conflicting stories. Why do you think the parents came to this conclusion? That we need to get an outside investigation. Smash the like button as y'all come on in here. See, I'm telling y'all something, man. Bro, you have to have a whole new level of hatred in your spirit. This is not a man of God. This is not a man who say that I am a Christian man. This is nothing but acts of the devil to do this to a person's family that, first of all, you don't even know. Jason Whitlock don't know these people family from a can of paint. And you would dare do this when their son is dead. And they're trying any way possible to find answers.
Drowning incident. July 4th, he goes missing. July 6th, his body is found. One day later, Ben Crump is hired. Ben Crump is a degenerate, race-baiting, can barely speak English clown.
See how he violating disrespect? See how this guy does? This dude got no morals and ethics about him, bro. This is an all-time, bro, I'm telling y'all something. This was an all-time. He cut an all-time one on this one, Jason Whitlock, bro.
That is always there to stir racial division. This is a major red flag. Ben Crump came to fame during the Trayvon Martin hoax, and he's been around ever since.
Did y'all hear what this man said? All y'all niggas who support Jason Whitlock, do y'all hear what he said? I'm talking to all the black folks that support Jason Whitlock. He said Trayvon Martin hoax. Hoax. Not that Trayvon Martin was minding his own business and the cops told George Zimmerman don't approach him, and he still approached him and ended up killing this man. He said hoax. Are y'all not listening? All y'all black folks that support Jason Whitlock, I'm talking to every last one of you niggas. Do y'all not hear this? Let me repeat myself again. He called Trayvon Martin a hoax. Trayvon Martin is minding his own business. This is a kid we talking about here. George Zimmerman is told by the cops, yo, leave him alone. Leave him alone. You're not the police. You have no authority here. Leave him alone. He still goes over there, fucks with the dude, and ends up murdering the dude. After the cops told him to leave him alone. And then Jason Whitlock comes on here and tells black folks, I'll tell y'all this, right? And y'all niggas still be conversing and congregating around this nigga. I'm talking to every last nigga that support Jason Whitlock. Every brother that support Jason Whitlock. I'm talking to every last one of you. I don't care who you are. Every one of you. You listening right now, I'm talking to you.
And he just run from Breonna Taylor to Michael Brown to wherever he can see a paycheck.
If I was Ben Crump, I'd sue this nigga. I would sue Jason Whitlock for whatever he got. I don't care if it's cheeseburgers, triple biscuits. I don't give a damn what he got. I would sue his ass. And the reason why you should sue him is because the family contracted Ben Crump. Ben Crump can't force the family to take him on, nigga. What's wrong with you? Ben Crump cannot force the family, Jason, to hire him. He can't force them to do that. They have to want to do that, Jason. If I was Ben Crump, I would sue the fuck out of Jason Whitlock. Real talk.
He's an ambulance tracer, a racial divider, barely literate clown. He puts out this tweet on July 7th. We've been retained by the family of Nolan Wells, a beloved son, teammate, and friend who went out to celebrate the 4th of July and never came home. The wide receiver at Southwest Mississippi Community College was preparing to return for the upcoming football season and would have turned 19 next month. His family deserves answers. They deserve the truth. We will not rest until every fact about what happened on Nolan on Horn Island is brought into light, and we call on investigators to pursue this case with the urgency and transparency this family deserves.
Where was racism in that? In that statement you just read, where was racism, Jason? I'm waiting on it, bro. You're disgusting. And he said, we want the same type of investigation that it would be if the roles were reversed. He even said he didn't want to go to race. He even said that. But you don't care about that. Ben Crump should sue your ass For whatever else you got left from what Fox and ES, whatever else you got left, he should take that shit from you. Real talk.
The body was found on July the 6th. On July 7th, you're hiring Ben Crump?
Yes. Because the
How
family,
do you know?
the family told you, Buster. That's how they know. And if I was the family, I would sue that his ass too. The family and Ben Crump should sue this Buster too. Because the mother and the father clearly said in the press conference that the police already told them that it was a death by drowning. Boom. There was no really case. So this is the reason why they moved in a different direction so quick. And Jason, the boy is dead. You can't wait forever with a dead body to do an investigation. Bro, the parents, I hope somebody send this video to the parents and the family of Nolan Wells and to Ben Crump. Please sue Jason Whitlock for every fucking penny he got. Every cheeseburger, butter biscuit. I don't give a damn if it's got ham on it or not. Please. Because what he did, that is slander. That is slander. Because the parents clearly came out and stated the timeline of events and why they went in the direction that they went in. They clearly stated this. What are they supposed to do, Jason? Wait a month when their son is dead?
What transpired? Ben Crump is a bat signal. Hey, we're turning this racial and divisive. Have the police given you some indication by July 7th that, hey, we have no interest in how Nolan Wells died?
Already stated, Buster, and this is why I would sue your ass if I was. I hope they sue your ass. They already stated that the reason why, and you know what, you guys, like I said before, I hope they sue the shit out of Jason Whitlock. To Wells family, if y'all listening, please sue this Buster. Please do it. Because I'm going to show y'all something, right? I'm going to show y'all something, right? Right? Because they hired Ben Crump because they were told, right, that it was an accidental drowning, Jason. Straight up. This is why. They literally stated this, Jason. This made international news. International news. I would sue your ass until you ain't had no more. Bro, you will be finished. Right? Think about what I'm saying, y'all. Right? Think about what I'm saying. To everybody listen to this video. Right? They said that the police department told them accidental drowning, no foul play suspected. Boom. Case over like that? That quick? Think about that, y'all.
And we're going to do a half-hearted investigation. Let's bring in Ben Crump to make sure we don't get screwed over. Well, that's not what Ben Crump does. Ben Crump is a arbitrator, a financial negotiator, when dollar signs are going off and you're trying to turn the death of your son into money, that's when you hire Ben Crump.
Jason, sorry to burst your bubble, but the reports are that Ben Crump is working for free just to help the family get justice. For his part, the reports I read is that he's working for free. He's working pro bono to help this family. So when you said, oh, when the dollar sign, Jason, I hope Ben Crump and his family sue your ass. I hope they sue the shit out of you. I really do, dog. You are a sad, bro. This is sad, bro.
Or as we're calling him today, Uncle Ben. Instant black race card. This reminds me of two different things. My first thought when they hired Ben Crump yesterday, I was like, oh, you do this, you hire Ben Crump. I'm not saying you don't need a lawyer. I'm not saying you don't need someone advising you that's familiar with the criminal justice system and law enforcement. But
Whitlock, you're done, son. Jason, you're sad, brother. You're sad, brother, right? Jason, you said, well, Ben Crump is only no, Jason. Ben Crump was on the case of Rasheem Carter in 2022, right? Right? Similar situation. In 2022, there was a case of a brother by the name of Rasheem Carter, y'all. And his death was suspicious as well. He died, right? He had a suspicious death in rural Mississippi, you guys, where the family fiercely disputed the official law enforcement narrative. This is the reason why Ben Crump should sue the fuck out of Jason Whitlock. I'm telling y'all something, man. He got a whole research team and don't know how to do no fucking research. Rasheem Carter was 25 years old. And he went missing in October of 2022, y'all, after telling his mom that a group of white men in trucks were chasing and threatening him. When his remains were found scattered in the wooded area, Smith County authorities quickly stated that there was no evidence of foul play. That's where Ben Crump came in. Jason Whitlock says, oh, well, Ben Crump's a guy. No, Jason. See, I'm finna eat your sorry ass. And I hope he sue the dog living you know what out of your ass. I hope he sue your ass till it ain't no more point of you getting sued, sucker. Right? Ben Crump was hired for that case. He came in and he pushed back against the state's narrative with that case. He funded independent investigators that eventually uncovered evidence, Jason Whitlock, of a severed spinal cord, Jason Whitlock, and fractured bones of that boy. And he successfully pressured the Department of Justice to open a federal civil rights investigation, asshole like. But if you did your research, you know what the hell you talking about. What about the case of Jelani Day in 2021, where Ben Crump was on that? Jelani Day, y'all, he was a young, successful black college student that was found dead. His body was found underwater, right? In highly questionable circumstances. Jelani Day was a 25-year-old black man. He was a graduate at Illinois State University, and he went missing in August of 2021, y'all. And his car was found hidden in a wooden area. Weeks later, his body was recovered from the Illinois River, you guys. Local police quickly leaned, in that case, towards him taking his own life or some type of accidental drowning. The Day family hired Ben Crump. See, this is what I'm talking. See, Jason Whitlock don't even do his research. I hope Ben Crump sue his ass to the white meat jack. The Jelani's family, they hired Ben Crump due to a severe lack of confidence in the police department and urgency from that police department. And Ben Crump helped the family secure private independent autopsy And you know what that autopsy revealed? That the boy was missing organs and teeth, contradicting the state's basic drowning narrative, and forced a multi-jurisdictional task force to re-examine the case as a homicide. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. But Jason Whitlock, who's supposed to have all of these resources over there at Blaze TV, need to get his ass sued. And I'm telling everybody listen to this video right now. Please, I beg y'all this. Please send this to the Wells family. If anybody know the Wells family, please send this to the Wells family. Please send this to Attorney Ben Crump. Please. Because they have an open and shut lawsuit against Jason Whitlock for defamation. There ain't no question about it. He is absolute disgusting. What about the case of Martin Lee Anderson, you guys, in 2006? Jason Whitlock said, oh, well, Ben Crump ain't the kind of guy who, no. Ben Crump got shit done, asshole like. Right? So this was early in Ben Crump's career, right? Right? And this proved that the standard state autopsies can't be always trusted. Now remember, y'all, Martin Lee Anderson, look these names up. 2006, y'all. Martin Lee Anderson was 14 years old. And he died at a Florida youth boot camp, you guys. And guess what the state said, y'all? The state's official medical examiner initially ruled that the teen died naturally from complications related to sickle cell traits, right? But guess what happened? Here comes Ben Crump, and he refused to accept that ruling. And he filed for a court order to exhume the body, and he funded a private, independent autopsy. And the secondary examination proved that the teenager actually died from suffocation caused by boot camp guards forcing him to inhale ammonia while beating him. And that case resulted in a $10 million settlement. Oh, that's right. Oh, that's right. See, y'all didn't know this shit. Y'all, if y'all were listening to Jason Whitlock, you would think, oh, this is just ain't. See, all Jason Whitlock knew was Trayvon Martin. And Trayvon Martin's case was sad within itself, right? Right? What about the Ahmaud Arbery and Trayvon Martin cases, right? Right? Now listen what I'm saying to y'all now. Listen what I'm saying to y'all. In both of those cases, the local authorities initially had accepted that the killers, acted in self-defense and, they closed the files without charges. But what did Ben Crump do? Ben Crump used his platform. He used his voice to bypass the local politics as usual, you guys. He rallied national civil rights leaders. You got just the same way he just did with Al Sharpton and them. That's exactly what he did, right? And he forced the state and the federal agencies like the FBI and the DOJ, Department of Justice, to take over the case. And ultimately, it led to criminal convictions. And that's exactly what he's doing right now with Nolan Wells' situation. But see, they don't want to tell y'all these truths. I'm on here pumping out factual information to you guys. I'm not giving y'all no lies, no cap. Factual information I'm presenting to the public. Jason Whitlock will say these damaging statements that is outright defamation, right? He need to be sued immediately. Let's keep going.
You only hire Ben Crump if you want this thing to be racially divisive and you're looking for a paycheck. This reminded me.
If you wanted to be racially divisive and looking for a paycheck, I sue his ass for defamation, libel, slander. Right there. It's all right here. Please, y'all like this video. Get this video liked up. Please. Send this video to Nolan Wells' family, y'all. Send the video to Nolan Wells' family, y'all. Please send this shit to Ben Crump. Somebody post this shit on y'all X. Post it online. Please, man. I want him to sue Jason Whitlock ass into next century for those defamatory statements he made and the way he straight up demonized his family and don't even know him from a can of paint. Please do this, bro. Please, y'all do this. Everybody that's going to share the video, y'all let me know in the comment section, man. And like this video, bro. This video need to go viral, bro. Because guys like Jason, they have to be stopped, bro. Jason Whitlock have all of these avenues to do the proper research, and he don't do it. He have all of these avenues to do the proper research, and he don't do it. He don't care. You see it. For him to come out and say the only time you call Ben Crump is right, that's bullshit. I have given you multiple cases where Ben Crump have come in and changed the whole entire wavelength and narrative. Let's keep going.
Me of like Tawana Brawley, like Al Sharpton representing the Brawley family, and that racial hoax from the early 1980s or mid 1980s. That's who Ben Crump is. Ambulance chaser and a guy.
Did y'all hear what he just said? Did y'all hear what he just said? Did y'all hear what he just said? I need it on the comment section if y'all heard what he said. Please. Please, you guys. Let's keep going.
That's looking for a paycheck, looking to sue somebody and collect millions. How do you know who to sue?
He said
on July 7th?
Sue somebody and collect millions. Who did Ben Crump say he was going to sue? Ben Crump and them should sue the fuck out of Jason Whitlock. Ben Crump and them have not talked about any lawsuits. The only thing they talked about is justice for the family. They wanted the family to get a good investigation. They have not talked about any lawsuits. Jason Whitlock should be sued immediately for libel and slander. There is no way around this. This is clear slander. Clear slander on Ben Crump. Clear slander on the family. No question about it. Ben Crump has not said anything about a lawsuit at all. For Jason Whitlock to do it, that is insane. And I hope y'all get this to them. Sue his ass. Please. That's the only way you stop shit like this. I'm going to tell you something, man. If your parents ain't going to fight to find out what's going on with you, ain't nobody going to fight for you, bro. Shout out to my brother Pastor in the building. You already know what it is. If your family is not going to stand up for you and speak out for you, ain't nobody going to stand up for you, bro. I commend this man's family for coming out and saying, no, we want a real investigation to find out what's going on with our son. And y'all come in here, y'all give Jason Whitlock 1 million passes. He ain't get no pass with me. He don't get no pass with me. That dude right there, that is disgusting. And everybody should be pointing this out, what he did. What he did, they should all point this out.
Just found the body on July 6th. There's no autopsy report. There's nothing.
That's the point, Jason. That's why you're going to get sued for libel and defamation. Because the police department came back and ruled it a drowning, and we ain't even got an autopsy. They think it's an accidental drowning. We ain't even got an autopsy. What in the hell are you talking about, son? Jason, I'm talking to you. What are you? What is wrong with you? I hope they sue your ass. Ben Crump's attorney. I hope they bring up. I hope they get your ass good. I hope they sue you good, nigga. Cause I'm be honest with you, I'm tired of you, bro. Somebody need to go ahead and do that, man, and just go ahead and just break you entirely with lawsuits. Because you're disgraceful, brother. Period. What you do is this. You look at you. Look at you, Jason. Look at you. Look at you. And look at this. You'll never have that. You'll never have that, Jason. You only have what we seen you have in that. It's all we seen you have. Prove us wrong. Prove us wrong, Jason, at 60 years old. Prove us wrong. You're nearly 60 years old. Prove us what's wrong, Jason. Right? You'll do a dead man family like this, bro. You ain't got no shame, bro. That nigga ain't got no shame out here, bro. Bro, I'm telling y'all something. These dudes ain't got no shame, none. You'll do this and a brother is dead, bro. Think about this, y'all. This is the world we live in, man.
Your emotions, and look, I get being emotional, but when you bringing Ben Crump in is playing the race card, and I know that.
How did Ben Crump play the race card, Jason, and all those other cases I told you about? How did he play the race card? How did Ben Crump came in and got shit done all the way across the board. I gave you the multiple other cases, right? Ben Crump, the Rasheem Carter case, look it up, Jason, 2022. Jelani Day, 2021. Martin Lee Anderson, 2006. Ahmaud Arbery, Trayvon Martin, 2020 and 2012. That was all Ben Crump making shit happen. What are you talking about? And guess what? In those other cases, he actually found out information that the regular police department didn't even find out. You talking about somebody who's dead, man. Bro, I swear to God, bro. I don't like to hate people. That Negro, bro. That boy dead. And nigga sit up here talking about some, yeah, you know, small junior college, you know, small level. Nigga, are you serious? Shout out my boy Town in the building, man. Man, I swear to God, bro. Y'all send this to this boy family, man. I hope and pray that they sue Jason Whitlock and financially break his ass. I hope they do that shit. This is complete libel and slander, bro. Complete slander. Bro, we ain't even got to talk about this shit no more, bro. From this nigga this is absolute libel and slander. Ben Crump came in literally because the cops told the family, accidental drowning, boom. He's already dealt with the state of Mississippi in 2022, and he was right. Ben Crump was right. Y'all need to go look at this case. Go look at the case in 2022 from Rasheem Carter. Rasheem Carter, y'all. Go look up that case in 2022, y'all. In 2022, go look up that case in Rasheem Carter. Ben Crump got on that case. That was right there in Mississippi, y'all. Right in Mississippi. Right? Let's keep going.
Many of you have been brainwashed and well, it happened in Mississippi. Of course, there must be racism. This is Mississippi Burning 2.0. And so, it doesn't matter where. Let's say the kid drowned in a lake or was at some sort of 4th of July celebration close to the city of Boston. Well, you know how racist Boston is. Of course, you got to bring in. Name the city that they couldn't say, well, you know how racist that city is. You got to bring in. I guess Atlanta would be one of the few cities you couldn't say that about. But virtually anywhere in America, you can throw out, well, I mean, according to the media and according to this story and that story, this has got to be racism. I have incredible sympathy for the Wells family.
Now, do y'all see this? I want to show y'all this on the screen. I blew this up because so y'all can see this on the screen. Do y'all not see this? I'm right here. I'm showing y'all this on the screen. I want y'all to see this. This is the case from Mississippi. Are y'all not watching this right here? A black man was found dead after he told his mother he was being chased. Police said there is no reason to suspect foul play. Look at this now. I was trying to adjust the screen. My bad, you guys. I was trying to adjust the screen. Rasheem Carter's mother said that before he disappeared in October, he called in a panic to say white men were chasing him in trucks and hailing slurs. Now look at this, you guys. Y'all have to look at this. The family of a black man who was found dead in Mississippi. This happened in Mississippi, y'all. So this is when Jason Whitlock talking all that shit. This is the reason why the family goes and got Ben Crump. You trying to make it like a race, but no, they're getting him because this same type of situation happened in Mississippi, and Ben Crump came in and changed the whole narrative. The family of a black man who was found dead in the Mississippi Ripper, he warned his mother that he was being chased by white men hurling racial slurs, demanded a federal investigation Monday after local authorities said they had no reason to suspect foul play in the man's death. Right? Look at this, y'all. That's the boy right there. That's the brother. That's the man right there. Right? Come on, man. Stop this shit. Stop this shit. On Monday, Carter's loved ones and their attorney, Ben Crump, slammed the local authorities for stonewalling them for more than 4 months. Now think about this, y'all. Jason Whitlock wants y'all to go through, listen, the way he talking, because what did they do, you guys? They exhumed this body. Ben Crump have experience with this shit. Let me say this again to y'all. Ben Crump have experience with this type of shit. So when Jason Whitlock is running his mouth, what is he talking about? We're clearly showing you that Ben Crump has experience with this. We're showing you this, sir. So Ben Crump was hired by this family, and he instantly pushed back. He funded an independent investigation, y'all, and when they uncovered the evidence, they found out that this boy had a severed spinal cord and fractured bones, and they successfully pressured the Department of Justice to open a federal rights investigation. That's exactly what happened. Come on, man. But if you would have left it to Mississippi, the state, they told y'all, oh, well, you know, this is, you know what I'm saying? Hey, man, you know what I'm saying? Hey, man, there's no evidence of foul play. What? Are you serious? So when Jason Whitlock says this shit, bro, he got no basis to say the stuff he say. None. He is literally a disgrace. Literally a disgrace. Completely sad. Let's keep going.
I really do. They've lost an 18-year-old son. This is a tragedy.
You're a liar.
But you do not hire Ben Crump.
You don't tell the family what to do. You don't tell the family what the fuck to do. You don't control them, Jason. You don't tell them what to do. The hell wrong with you? You don't tell nobody what to do. They can do what they want to do.
If you're interested in truth.
And truth, once again, go back to all those cases I told y'all about, where Ben Crump found out all the cap and actually got him on the right path of investigation. Look it up, y'all. You can't make this shit up I'm telling y'all on here. You cannot make it up. I'm showing y'all this.
You hire Ben Crump if you're interested in money.
See, slander, liable and slander. I would sue Jason Whitlock right there for liable and slander, because he's basically saying the family hired Ben Crump for money. If I was a family, I'd sue Jason Whitlock for libel and slander. Please, y'all, please send this to them. I'm begging y'all. Everybody in here, anybody that knows this family, I know some of y'all listening. One person might know this family. Please, y'all share this video, put on social media. Please get this to the family. Please sue this nigga Jason Whitlock for libel and slander. Ben Crump YouTube, please get him out of here, man. Please sue his ass, bro. He deserved every bit of it. And I'm talking about for every penny he got. I don't want him to be able to buy no more number 5s supersized at McDonald's. I want them days over. I want them days over. I want Jason Whitlock running around here looking like Lizzo, nigga.
And racial division. I bring up Al Sharpton because I want to be crystal clear. Many of you have heard me discuss this previously, but if you haven't, I want to be crystal clear that in, was it 2012 or was it 2014, my cousin Anton Butler was killed by sheriff's officers in Indianapolis. And he got pulled over by police, by sheriffs. They tasered him in the rain. He died. The police, the autopsy, the police's story is he was carrying cocaine, tried to swallow it. He choked on the cocaine. But me and my family don't and didn't buy that story. But Anton was 26, recently released from prison over drug charge. The police, law enforcement had their say. Al Sharpton called me when early on, within 24, 72 hours of my cousin's death. And so I've taken that call from one of the ambulance chasers. And just going to be crystal clear here. I appreciated Al Sharpton's phone call.
No, you didn't. This dude, hey, y'all don't see through this guy? All y'all that follow Jason Whitlock, y'all don't see that this dude is disgusting? He is a cynical individual. I don't see how many people really believe this dude's gimmick. Oh man, Jason's such a great guy. No, he isn't. He's a horrible individual. Listen to what I really appreciate. Al Sharpton called you after somebody in your family got killed, and you sitting up here talking shit about him. Did Al Sharpton ask you for money, Jason Whitlock, or not? If he didn't ask you for money, that's slander. And if I'm Al Sharpton, I would sue your ass too. I would sue you too.
It was respectful. He expressed concern for me and my family. But I also felt like he was fishing.
Fishing? Did he ask you for money? Did Al Sharpton ask you for money or not? Did he ask you for money? You said he expressed concern about you and your family. Did he ask you for money? Sue his ass. Please. Y'all all got lawsuits against this dude. Y'all got straight libel defamation lawsuits against this guy. I'm telling y'all this.
To see, hey, does Whitlock and his family, do they want to make a big deal of this? Let me call Whitlock and find out. Let me just have a polite conversation and just see where his head's at. When he sensed that, like, hey, Al, I really appreciate you calling. Thank you so much. I'll pass that along to Anton's mother. And that's it. Conversation ends, and that's it. But I'm telling you this. This is just me being real. I appreciated the phone call.
You a liar. This dude is
but I wasn't interested. I wasn't. And the rest of my family wasn't interested in turning this into some big national controversy and the seeking of a financial payday.
Why is he talking about financial payday?
And so
you never said Al Sharpton asked for a financial payday. You said Al Sharpton called you and asked you about the family, brother. So what are you talking about, Jason? What are you doing here? What are we doing, dog? What are we doing? What are we doing? You said Al Sharpton called you and asked you about the family. Right? You never said Al Sharpton called you and said, hey, man, we might have a lawsuit here. Or what's going? You didn't say any of that. You cast that on him. Defamation of character.
Ended there. And so I understand what the tactics of Ben Crump and Al Sharpton.
Tactics.
Let's call them.
What do you mean tactics? They never did any of this to you. What do you mean tactics? Well, what are you talking about tactics, dog? Explain that. What are you talking about, bro? How you gonna say that when these people are contracting them? They can't force somebody to contract them. You can't force somebody to contract them. If that's the case, they would have all been on the Carmelo Anthony case. Jason, bro, you gotta go. Man, it's time for you. Real talk, bro, to get sued, bro.
Mother. Let's take her temperature. Let's see if she's interested in cashing in here.
What do you mean cashing in? He never said anything about that. That's defamation of character. Y'all, please sue Jason Whitlock, y'all. He got something. He had to have money to buy all them ham biscuits he be buying every day. Please sue his ass. Please.
That's what I believe Ben Crump has done. He called the mother.
See,
and the mother.
He's saying that Ben Crump called the mama. He don't even know how that went down. He don't know how that went down. He's saying that Ben Crump called the mama, and he don't even know if Ben Crump called the mama or not. He don't know if the parents tried to get in contact with Ben Crump. If somebody told the parents, hey, look, we can get y'all in contact with Ben Crump. He don't know how that went down, but he will come out and say these conniving, devious things to ruin this man's business reputation. Libel and slander, defamation lawsuit, any day in court, that's easily proven. Defamation, any day of the week. That's clear defamation. Everybody listen to this video, y'all know I ain't lying. That's clear defamation. Clear defamation.
Being emotional and justifiably emotional, possibly justifiably illogical. But instead of someone saying, hey, Ben, we appreciate the phone call, thank you so much, and ending the call, they hired Ben Crump. And now he's the spokesman for the family over a crime that we don't even know if it's been committed. And over something that I just who are you going to sue at this point?
They never said anything about suing anybody. Libel and slander lawsuit, y'all. Easy libel and slander. Easy libel and slander. That's easy libel and slander in a lawsuit, y'all. Easy. What is he talking about? He's calling these people basically ambulance chasers, all these things. Bro, please get Jason Whitlock ass up out here for good with a. I'm talking about hit that nigga with a lawsuit so hard, it shut his whole network down. Straight up. I want Jason Whitlock out here having to act like, oh, I don't want to say that.
Have the police done something illegal and wrong? I guess you're going to financially, because I mean Ben Crump's not a criminal attorney. He's a civil guy that comes in.
You guys and I see Jason Whitlock. It doesn't even know what the hell he's talking about. Ben Crump has experience in these type of cases that had nothing to do with a family coming in and suing somebody. See, the fact that Jason Whitlock said that, that's clear libel and slander, and that's defamation of that man's own company. You have come in and interjected your thoughts. And I hope they nail his ass to the wall. I hope that, Jason, you ain't even had this energy for your mans. Marcellus Wiley, who was accused by a 13-year-old, nigga. And you got all them lames in his comment section. Yeah, Marcellus, man, we're going to ride with you. This man got not one, not two, not three, not four, but multiple accusers. And you don't have this type of energy for him at all, Jason. But you come with this smoke for a family whose 18-year-old son is dead. Something wrong with you.
And get you money. You're going to sue one of these teenage kids and or their families over something that I've thought it through, and I've had enough life experience that, like,
you didn't think this through.
kids and alcohol and party coves, accidents, tragic things happen. It's not based on skin.
Think about this, y'all. Al Sharpton called this Buster when his family member died and didn't say nothing about money, but he only person talking about money is him. You'll demonize a dude who had enough soul to call you and your family to see how y'all was doing when they find out about your family. And this is what you turn around and do. Jason Whitlock is the worst. I swear to God, I've never seen a person worse than this in my entire life. I've never seen one, bro. I don't think it's one that exists. I don't think it's one that exists. And y'all get this dude a pass, and y'all laugh with this dude and act like this dude's intelligent. He ain't intelligent. He ain't smarter than me. That's why he don't even come around me. He don't even come around me no more, because he already know what it is. He ever come around me, he already know. I got that on deck. I'm waiting for him. Because I'm going to ask him, have you ever paid strippers for sex?
In color. It's based on immature behavior and drinking and partying and jumping from boat to boat.
See, y'all, immature behavior, drinking. He's putting all these things out there that haven't even been proven. Guess what, you guys? Lawsuit. If I'm the family, Wells family, mom and daddy, sue this Buster. Sue this Buster. Sue him for libel and slander. He's on the internet. He has some type of money because he worked at ESPN and Fox FS1 for years, making millions. Sue his ass for whatever he got and whatever he making at Blaze Pizza, and get him up out of here. He is using your son and trying to cast aspersions on your son when the investigation, as far as the independent investigation and the autopsy, haven't even came out. He talking about, oh, drinking and boat to boat. Man, sue his ass. If enough people bring this attention to Nolan Wells' parents, to Ben Crump, and to Al Sharpton, man, I hope they sue his ass. He got something for you to go get. He do. It'll probably be the worst thing ever if you go take them Domino's pizzas away from Jason Whitlock. I'm telling you this. He'll probably be more upset about that than he will be the actual money.
And or let's say these kids got in an argument and a fight. That's what kids do. Athletic kids. They have disagreements. They wrestle around. They may throw punches at each other. Who knows? But framing this as some sort of murder mystery analogy.
They didn't frame it as a murder. They literally, see, once again, libel and slander, y'all. The family never framed this as a murder. The family literally said, we don't accept the fact that they just said, hey, accidental drowning, that's it. We want to know exactly what happened to our son. And they gave you reasons why. They didn't just come out here and just say anything. They told you the other guys had his phone. They had his keys. I had to use the Life 360 app to get my son's phone. Then stories are conflicting from the girl to the guys on the boat. They told you numerous things. Smash the like button as y'all come in here. This is what Jason Whitlock, I'm telling y'all this. I'm giving y'all the whole case against this nigga.
Analogizing this, which people are over social media. Analogizing this to Carmelo Anthony and Austin Metcalf. We have no proof of that. And if we had the patience.
Just like you have no proof to say what you said about drinking, boat to boat, all that other shit. You had no proof of what you said about, oh, a fight, this, that, and that. You had no proof of that. You're speculating. But you're throwing it out there like, oh, this is what could have really happened right here. No, nigga, shut your mouth. But y'all love Jason Whitlock, right? This is the guy y'all love, right?
To sit, hey, let's let an autopsy happen. Let's listen to the police who, at this point, have said, hey, man, we think this is an accidental drowning.
So let's listen to those police. The same police, In the other brother case, Rasheem Carter, I told you about Jason Whitlock. Let's listen to him, Jason Whitlock. And then when they got an independent autopsy with Ben Crump, they found that boy spinal cord had been severed and he had fractured bones. The goddamn DOJ had to get involved in that. Ben Crump was on that case. That was in Mississippi too, Jason, in 2022. Just 4 years ago. If you would have did your research, you got a whole research team, you ain't doing no research. If you would have did your research, you wouldn't have ran your mouth and said these stupid statements. That's why you need to get sued. And I hope they sue your ass to the ground and take everything you have left. Nigga, they need to take the silverware out your house.
And I get, maybe you're just like, hey man, these are rich kids. One of their parents is connected. Maybe this is what the police want it to be. And we want to know the full truth. I don't think you hire Ben Crump to do that.
What do you mean? They just did it in 2022.
You hire a local attorney.
No, you don't tell people what to do. A local
that
attorney,
has
man, shut up, man. Shut up, man. Talking about you hire somebody that got relations. Shut up. What did that do for Carmelo Anthony? Got him 35 years in a box. Then we found out on appeal, you damn fool, that this man had evidence that the Austin Metcalf boys were stone cold racist, violent, and bullies. You ain't talk about that though, Jason Whitlock. You ain't talk about how in the sworn affidavit, the lawyer came out and said that they were going to present evidence in court. They had been arrested for racist graffiti. The Metcalf twins. That's right. But you ain't never talk about that. Again, you ain't talk about that, Jason. I told y'all this. I'm going to stay on the helmet, bro. I'm going to stay on the helmet. I promise y'all this. Please, somebody send this to Ben Crump. Please, somebody email this to Ben Crump. Please, send this to Ben Crump. Send this to Al, National Action Network. Send this to the family for the Wells. Y'all send this to them. They have a class action lawsuit against a capping-ass journalist, right? Who's out here spewing absolute disgust. And it need to be checked ASAP.
Relationships with law enforcement, or even I would hire a local criminal defense attorney that has a relationship with law enforcement, but it's an adversarial relationship with law enforcement.
Adversarial, man, get out of here, man.
I don't bring in some outsider. I don't bring in Ben Crump.
That's your problem.
The dollar signs attorney.
What are you talking about, dollar signs attorney? Shut up, fool. This is why you bring in an outsider, because the outsider going to look at shit the way an insider. You might not trust no insiders. Sometimes you got to get an outsider to get shit done, because the outsider ain't going to have no loyalty to nobody over there. Jason, you supposed to be smart, man. I thought you were smart. You ain't smarter than me, boy. You ain't smarter than me, boy. Jason, you a boy to me, boy. You a boy to me, boy. Jason, I'm going to ask you again, Jason. Jason, since you doing all that talking, dog, why you ain't never pull up? You already know I want to smoke with you part 3. Jason, I just want to know, the stripper you told Colin Cowherd that you took back to your hotel room, and you said she asked you for $1,000 for sex, did you pay that stripper? Jason, I want to ask you, have you ever paid any of these strippers for sex? Jason Whitlock. Come, Mr. Holy Art Thou Man, I'm going to ask you a question. I want you to answer that question. Have you ever paid any of those strippers for sexual activity? Because all you did was brag about strip clubs, strippers, and all this other stuff when you was wearing that big sexy hat. And then you try to do, when you heard me cooking you try to do your new segment talking about some, yeah, man, that was in my past and the big sexy and all that. Nah, nigga, you heard me cooking you, nigga. So you tried to shift gears. Not gonna work. Not on duty. Not on duty.
The Dominique Alexander, the criminal Dominique Alexander that was the face of the Carmelo Anthony.
They didn't hire him. They're not Carmelo Anthony's family. It's a whole different family, Jason Whitlock. Why are you putting that upon them? They didn't hire that guy. Why are you putting this in any type of intertwining with this family? They didn't hire that guy. What are you talking about? Does Ben Crump have a criminal history? Once again, lawsuit, libel, slander against Jason Whitlock. Any day of the week is going in court. Any day of the week. Anybody got any kind of thing, y'all know what I'm talking about.
family. That's basically what you've done here with Ben Crump.
Ben Crump didn't have a criminal history. Again, live on
You
Slanders.
turn this into a high-profile, racially divisive case without any evidence.
That's disgusting, bro.
And social media is doing what social media does. They're running with it. They love this racially divisive stuff. I want to start reading to you what is being published all over X and all over Twitter.
He's worried about social media. We ain't talking about that. The family's not listening to social. The family is having an investigation going on, Jason. The family has an investigation going on. Right? See, here's the thing. What if that investigation comes back and shows something different than what Jason Whitlock's talking about? Then he looks real stupid. I've said this to you guys again. Go look up the various cases that Ben Crump. He act like Ben Crump ain't dealt with this type of situation. This dude is highly uneducated. And y'all give Jason Whitlock credit for being educated? Man, this dude is a chump, bro. Real talk, man. He hated on Deion Sanders because him and Deion the same age, and look how Deion present himself and look at Jason Whitlock. It ain't a comparison. It's not even a comparison. He talks about Deion Sanders like a dog, and look at him. Look at him and look at Deion. Look at him. But he talks about Deion Sanders like a dog. Look at this guy. You talk about primetime Deion Sanders like a dog. Right? That's what you do. Y'all both the same age. Jason. Y'all the same age. Same age. Right? Same age. Jason. Look at him and look at you. Look at him and look at you. Right? Prime have taken great care of himself over the years. Even though he's dealing with some health issues, I guarantee you, I would rather have Prime's health than yours. Look at him and look at you. Y'all the same age, Jason. Y'all the same age. But you sit up here and talk about him and his sons like a dog. Look at him and look at you. But you talk about that man like a dog. He's making multi-millions of dollars and you on Blaze Pizza. You on Blaze. Caitlin Clark. Look at him, y'all. Look at him. Look at him, y'all. But he talks about all these other people. This is how he talk about people. It's sad. It's sad. Right? I've never seen, and I want everybody to understand this. I want y'all all to listen to what I'm saying, bro. I've never in my entire life, you guys, ever, and I'm gonna go, listen, ever, I'm gonna say it again. I've never seen Coach Primetime Deion Sanders looking like this. I've never seen it, Jason. I've never seen him. You talk about that man like a dog, man. And I'm saddened that you would disparage these people when they've lost their son, man. And that's not right, brother. That's not right. You talk about Coach primetime Deion Sanders and Shadur Sanders and his sons like a dog. Right? This sofa ain't even got no legs on the chairs. The legs may have been pulverized. I'm just saying to y'all, man. And this is the dude that comes on social media for years talking about brothers and sisters like a dog. But he never keep that same energy with Caitlin Clark and nobody else. Nope. 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 He sat up there and he smiled in the face of Donald Trump. Oh, he couldn't. Oh, he loved being around Trump. He loved Trump so much that he was ear to ear smiling with Trump. Oh man, I can't believe I'm here with my idol, man. You're my idol, man. You are my idol. I've done it. I've interviewed Donald Trump. I'm telling y'all this stuff. This was the highlight of his career in his mind. I'm telling y'all this. Look at he get cheesing from ear to ear. Man, man. Right? Trying to tell y'all this stuff, man. Y'all don't want to listen, man. Somebody tell y'all the truth, bro. Y'all get mad. And then all he do is, oh, that was my past, man. Nah, man. You sitting up here demonizing and talking about people. You supposed to be a Christian. You supposed to be a God-fearing man. And you would demonize a family whose son died. And try to make it seem like they trying to make it seem about money. And once again, I'm going to tell everybody in this comment section something. Watch these people that are pocket watching people. How are you trying to tell anybody how to spend their money? You can't tell nobody how to spend their money. Let me say this again. You cannot tell anybody how to spend their money. If black folks want to donate $1 million, $2 million, $3 million to the Nolan Wells family just to see them do well, that has nothing to do with you. This is the thing. Jason Whitlock will talk, and he doesn't know what this family fees are coming forward. He doesn't know what's going on behind the scenes. He doesn't know any of this stuff. And he'll talk like that. He don't know how much private investigators are paying him, or are charging. Maybe they got 2 or 3 private investigators on the case. They might have independent autopsy forensic teams on the case. You never know who they got to pay. That shit costs money. Right? Maybe they got to move from that area because of the situation. So some of that money will help them be able to move from that area when they might not have been able, because y'all know a lot of Americans are struggling. So they might not have been able to get up and just move. This is what this guy does. And everybody just gonna sit down and be quiet and act like they don't see this shit, bro. Y'all sad, man. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. Bro, the man demonized the man's family. Like I said before, this son, the man is dead. And you doing this. Think about what I said to y'all. He doing this to a kid that's dead, bro. And to his family, bro. This nigga ain't got no morals, bro. At all, man. At all, my G. He ain't got no morals at all. At all. I guarantee you one thing, he wouldn't have been trying to argue about whatever lawyer that Austin Metcalf and the family wanted to hire. Whatever lawyer Austin Metcalf and the family wanted to hire, Jason Whitlock would have had no problem about it at all. You would have never heard him talk about it. Ever. You never would have heard him talk about that. Peep game now. Peep game when I'm telling y'all. Because everything I'm telling y'all is 100% truth. 100%. Like, share, subscribe, man. Love all y'all. Appreciate y'all tapping on in, man. I had to come cook this dude. And it was more, too. This man went on for another 30 minutes. I don't even want to go into, because he's going to make me more madder. Jason, do better, man. That's sad, man. That's sad that you're at this point in your life and you operating like that, bro. And this brother is dead. He can't come back. You don't get to control what a person's family do. The same way don't nobody control what you do, Jason. Because, see, if I control what you do, Jason, you'll be going to the gym with me every day. But I can't control what you do. So don't you try to control what somebody else do. Their family have a right to do whatever they want to do, hire whoever they want to hire. You don't have a right to defame them and create your own fabricated lies. Period. And all y'all that follow this dude and y'all act like y'all don't see this, shame on y'all too. Y'all disgusting too. Every last one of you. I'm talking to every last one of y'all that follow this dude, that like this guy. Y'all be all up in his comment. Yeah, Jason, he ain't intelligent, bro. I'm telling you this. He knows everything he's doing. This dude is, bro, he is worse than Stephen A. Smith. Hey, we always appreciate the support, and if you guys want to do so, you can use the Cash App or PayPal links. They'll be in the description box below this video or pinned at the top of the comments. The top donators will be announced every month. All right, you guys, hope y'all enjoyed the video. Like, share, and subscribe. Make sure y'all cop the merch, and make sure that you get the weight loss formula. The links to that will be in the description box below this video. Check out our next video coming up right now.